Hey everyone, Richard here with Riko-chan.
Hello.
Today we've prepared some survival Japanese phrases to make it easier for you to get around Japan.
That's right. Not every Japanese can speak English, and it can be frustrating to try explain what exactly you want. So you want to know the bare basics before you come into Japan.
Yes, or maybe you just want a little free taste of Japanese language before you decide whether or not you want to study the language a little bit more seriously. So without further ado, let's jump right into our top 10 must-know Japanese phrases. Before I forget, our lovely Riko-chan will pronounce everything for you so you can hear the real thing. What you want to do is to repeat after her to practice your pronunciation in order to get the maximum out of this mini class. So let's get into it. First up is probably the most important phrase in all of Japanese. Sumimasen. Riko-chan, can we get the proper pronunciation, please?
Sure. Sumimasen.
Awesome. This is a tricky phrase for beginners because it has several meanings, among which there are excuse me, I'm sorry, and even thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a closer look at this phrase. Riko-chan, can you break down the pronunciation for us?
Okay. Sumimasen. Su. Mi. Ma. Se. Sumimasen.
Wonderful. Okay, I guess this goes without saying, but as a beginner, it is not expected of you to know everything. So don't be too hard on yourself, just try to have fun. I think Japanese is a really fun language, so just have some fun.
Yes.
Okay, a little bit of trivia now. It just so happens that some Japanese are pronouncing this phrase sumimasen as suimasen. It may sound same to you, but basically the mi sound becomes I sound. Riko-chan?
Su. Mi. Ma. Se. Sumimasen. And su. I. Ma. Se. Suimasen.
Either way is fine, but sumimasen is more punctual or grammatically correct. Feel free to use either one though. Okay, when would you use this phrase? Okay, so maybe you're trying to enter a room and somebody's standing in the doorway and their back is towards you, so they can't see you. They don't know you're trying to enter the room. So you would say sumimasen or excuse me, you grab their attention. Riko-chan, can you come up with another example?
Maybe you can use sumimasen when you are at the festival or in a crowded train or something like that. You can just shout it out and move through the crowd. It's like, excuse me, just like the first example, but also it can be, I'm sorry, I pushed you. So you can keep saying sumimasen until you get off the train. Basically, you're saying, excuse me, sorry, I hit you, or something like that.
Very good. Another good one would be when you're sitting in a restaurant.
Or in a bar.
That's right. So you're sitting and you want to let the waiter know you're ready to order. You would then say, Riko-chan?
Sumimasen.
Perfect. Next, we're going to talk about sumimasen as I'm sorry. Let's say you're walking on the street and you get distracted. Maybe you're eating some food or you're talking to somebody. Then all of a sudden, you bump into somebody. So that's when you would turn to them, sumimasen. Now, let's suppose you really mess up and you want to say, I'm really sorry. Riko-chan, how would you say that?
You can say, どうもすみません.
So basically, you add domo in front of sumimasen. Is that right?
That's right. It's really easy way to be extra of saying, I'm sorry.
Right, good to know. Okay, let's see how we can use the very same phrase to say thank you. Japanese can be a little bit strange with its logic because you can say thank you by saying excuse me or I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right. It's basically a humble way to saying thank you.
You should think of it as saying, I'm sorry you had to go out of your way to help me, but even though I'm sorry, I'm grateful. I hope that makes sense. Riko-chan, can you give us some example? When would you use this phrase?
You can use it when you drop something and the other person picks it up and gives back to you.
That's right. All right, that was all for the phrase sumimasen. Next up, arigatou gozaimasu, or thank you. This one is easy, only one meaning. Riko-chan, can we get the correct pronunciation? Break it down for us, please.
Yes. ありがとうございます。ありがとう。ありがとうございますございます。ありがとうございます。
Awesome. A small curiosity about Japanese writing. Actually, some words have kanji characters and some don't. Now, some of the words that have kanji characters don't actually use them normally. Such a word would be arigatou gozaimasu. Is that right, Riko-chan?
Yes, it is. Actually, Japanese people sometimes don't even remember the kanji. Often they don't even write them because it's so easy to type on smartphones.
Really? Well, that takes the pressure off. Now, how do you use this word? It's really easy because it's exactly the same as in English. Anytime you would like to say thank you, you just say arigatou gozaimasu. Now, suppose you'd like to say thank you very much. How would you say that, Riko-chan?
You should know already. We'll use domo again.
So same as domo sumimasen or I'm very sorry.
Yes, you'd say どうもありがとうございます。どうもどうもありがとうございます。どうもありがとうございます。
Great, good to know. Actually, when you go to Japan, you'll notice a lot of people pronounce it rather quickly, with more emphasis on the final syllable su. Riko-chan, could you try to say it how you would often hear it in a convenience store?
Sure, I try. Maybe it would be like ありがとうございます。
There you have it. It may sound a little different, but trust us, they are thanking you. Also, a little grammar point. Notice domo gets added before arigato, not after. This is very unlike English. Also, good to know is when you're talking to a friend, you can just say arigato.
That's right.
Gozaimasu is basically an attachment to make it more polite, so no need to use it with close friends.
Just don't drop ございます when talking to people you don't know too much, or especially older people.
Better to keep that in mind. All in all, it's good to have good manners and thank people properly. Japanese people, they are easily offended. Riko-chan, what's the next phrase?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. How do you say it?
はい。はい。はい。
Same as in English. Anytime you would like to say yes, you would say
はい。
hi. Hi has somewhat of a formal nuance to it, but it can be used with friends as well, no problem. A little bit of a advanced note. Hi can also be used in a conversation by a listener to imply that he's paying attention to the speaker. It wouldn't make much sense for a beginner who cannot really speak Japanese too well to use it in such way. But it's good to keep it in mind for any possible future studies. Anything you'd like to add, Riko-chan?
Yes. You might also hear often the informal version,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you'll hear this often in Japanese conversations. Let's hear it one more time.
う、うん。
Next up is ie or no in English. I don't know why, but I like the sound of this word a whole bunch. Riko-chan.
いいえ、いいえ、いいえ。
That's right. Another easy word to remember. Just like hi, pretty much the same use as in English. Riko-chan, how about the informal version? Is it anything like un?
It is actually. It's pronounced as
Wait, the sound, it sounds a lot like yes.
No, it's pronounced as u, u, But yes, it's pronounced
Ah, I see. So you kind of go up and down with the pronunciation, with the tone. Got it. All right, that's it. Now we move on.
いいえ. There is one more thing. いいえ can also mean you're welcome.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. When you do something for someone and they say arigato to you, then you'd say,
いいえ.
and that's basically saying you're welcome. Great. Okay, now for some greetings. Riko-chan.
こんにちは.
Hi, konnichiwa, or good day. Riko-chan, could you break it down for us?
Sure. こんにちは. こんにちは.
Wonderful. We have a little grammar point to make here. The final syllable of konnichiwa is actually a topic marker. It's written as ha, but it is pronounced as wa. Keep this in mind in case you try to type it up on your computer or something. Riko-chan, let's dig into the meaning of the word a little bit because there's a little story behind it, isn't there?
Yes, there is. こんにちは is actually written using kanji for now and they or some plus the ha particle. The particle itself can be translated as for. So こんにちは means as for today.
That doesn't make much sense though.
That's because it's actually sort of こんにちは、ご機嫌いかがですか? Or as for today, how are you feeling?
Ah, I see. So Japanese people just got lazy over time, huh?
I think so.
Well, luckily for us, this means we only have to remember konnichiwa. Japanese use words for good morning and good evening as well, but you can get away with konnichiwa for the most part. Still, if you want to do things the right way, here's how you can say good morning. Riko-chan?
おはようございます。おはよう、おはようございます。ございます。おはようございます。
Ohayo gozaimasu. Awesome. And good evening?
こんばんは。こんばんは。こんばんは。
If I'm not mistaken, Ohayo gozaimasu actually translates as it's early, isn't it right?
Yes, that's right. And こんばんは is similar to こんにちは. It's translated as for this evening.
Great. So now we know how to greet people in Japanese. Oh, sometimes people are asking me, until when do you say good morning? And when do you start to say good evening? The thing is, even Japanese people are often not really sure. It's pretty much comparable with other languages. Until noon or 11 a.m., you can usually say Ohayo gozaimasu. And when it gets dark, you can start saying konbanwa. Konnichiwa is then in between. But there are no real strict rules around this, so it depends on the person. Okay, next up is I want this please or this please.
これ、お願いします。これ means this. これ、これ。お願いします translates as humble, please. Onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu.
This is an amazing phrase, really, because you can never be too polite in Japan, and this is how you can politely ask for things and favors. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, onegaishimasu translates as do favor. In other words, to ask for a favor.
Yes.
So, how would you use this one?
When you are in a store or restaurant, you can just point at whatever you want and say, これお願いします.
That's right. Also, you can combine this with phrase we already know. Riko-chan, which one would it be?
はい. Simply drop これ and say, はい、お願いします.
And that would mean yes, please.
はい, that's right.
All right. Next one is another favorite of mine. Gochisousama. Riko-chan, could you break it up for us?
Yes. ごちそうさま. Gochisousama. The meaning, the meal was delicious.
This phrase has interesting translation. Riko-chan?
It means the meal was delicious, but literal translation would be your run around. This probably refers to a chef running around the kitchen making sure the food is good.
Right. So when should I use this phrase?
When you're eating at someone's home, you would say it after the meal, but when you're eating maybe in a restaurant, you'd say it when you leave. It would mean something like, thank you for your service, or something along those lines.
Got it. Also, a little cultural note on the side. In Japan, you do not tip. Even if you like the food or services, on the contrary, it's downright rude to leave a tip. To leave a tip would mean something like there's something wrong with the place, so you're giving them money to fix it. So don't do it. Just say Gochisousama and you'll be fine.
Hi, that's right. It's a big no-no.
All right, that's it for number 8. Next up is トイレはどこですか? Or where is the toilet? Riko-chan?
トイレはどこですか? トイレはどこですか? どこですか? トイレはどこですか?
Sometimes it might get awkward trying to explain that you gotta go to the restroom, and that's when this phrase will become priceless. Riko-chan, anything you'd like to add?
Well, like in English, you would prefer the word restroom or bathroom instead to the word toilet. It's the same in Japanese. The proper word for toilet is お手洗い。お手洗い。お手洗い。
Yes, that's right. Toire is actually imported word from English. You'll find that to be very common in Japanese. About 80 to 90% of all imported words would be from English. There is no problem with using imported words. You can say toire or otearai. Either one is fine. The first time I was in Japan, I only knew the word toire, and it was no problem. Nobody looked at me weird or anything, so you can use whichever one you want. Just a little trivia. Otearai translate as hand wash. So basically a noun for washing hands or something like that. I'm only mentioning this so that you get a better idea of the logic behind Japanese words. So, Riko-chan, does トイレはどこですか? What does it mean exactly?
トイレ means toilet. は is topic marker. どこ means where. desu means is, and ka makes the sentence into a question. So, as for toilet, where is it? Would be the full translation.
Precisely. Also, I'd like to point out that you can use this structure to ask for directions as well, or rather to ask where some place or object is. So X, doko desu ka, would mean as for X, where is it? I'd recommend noting down the word for station, as you'll probably going to get lost at some point, so it's good to know to ask for some basic directions. Riko-chan, would you teach us the word for station?
はい。The word for station is 駅、駅、駅. So to ask where is the station would be 駅はどこですか?
That's right. Just ask any passerby and they'll be happy to help you out. Don't worry about not knowing the Japanese words for directions because first, you'll definitely understand the body language. Second, more often than not, Japanese people will walk you part of the way or even the whole way. Their culture is very polite and considerate. It's not an ironclad rule, so don't count on this happening 100% of the time, but it does happen rather often compared with most other countries. All right, what's next?
わかりません.
You don't know.
No! The phrase is I don't know.
Right, of course. Wakarimasen. Let's face it, the first time you'll be in Japan, you probably won't understand most of the time. So this is how you can tell other people. Riko-chan, can you break it down for us?
Okay. わかりません。わかりません。わかりません.
Here's something extra for those who want to learn a little bit more. So maybe you spoke a little bit of Japanese before, and now the Japanese people around you think you speak Japanese well. And trust me on this happens a lot. So here's how you can make it clear to them that you don't speak Japanese. Riko-chan?
私は日本語がわかりません。わたしは、私は、as for me, 日本語、にほん語、日本語 means Japanese language. が is a particle and doesn't have any real translation, but it's basically its subject marker. So the full sentence would be 私は日本語がわかりません. I don't understand Japanese.
Right. If you pay attention to Japanese speakers, though, you'll notice they'll often drop the words for I and you. So you could get away with just saying 日本語がわかりません. All right. That's it for this phrase. And if you're really curious, let us share with you how to say I understand. Riko-chan?
わかります. So the ending just changes from sen to su. That's it.
わかります. Last one on the list is Douzo. This translates as please go ahead or here you are. Riko-chan, please break it down for us.
どうぞ。どうぞ。
Arigato. It has several meanings, but usually translates as here you are or go ahead. Riko-chan, do you have any examples for us?
When letting somebody take your seat, when riding a bus or train, you could offer your seat using どうぞ.
That's useful. Anything else?
When handing something to somebody, it would be polite to say どうぞ again.
All right. Riko-chan, 手伝ってくれてどうもありがとうございます.
いいえ.
Okay, that's it from us today. I hope you enjoyed our video and that you find it useful. Please, if you liked it, hit the like button below and leave a comment if you could. Tell us about your interest in Japanese. Are you serious about learning Japanese or are you still not sure? Go ahead, leave a quick comment right now. Remember, you can download a transcript and an MP3 of this video. The link for the download is in the description area. Let us know what would you like to learn next. All right, that's it.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.